embracing limitations as pathways to endless possibilities. Are you ready to flip the script on your life? You see, limitations aren't the roadblocks they're often portrayed as. They're not barriers to success, but rather pathways to endless possibilities. Let me tell you this. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to find their way out of seemingly impossible situations? It's because they've learned to embrace their limitations, transforming them into stepping stones to greatness. Here's something you should know. Every limitation is unique and holds its own set of potential benefits if we choose to look at it through a different lens. Imagine a scenario where a renowned artist was offered a prestigious award for their work, but the award required them to create a piece within a single day. Now, for someone who typically takes weeks or even months to complete their masterpieces, this could be considered a limitation. However, instead of feeling overwhelmed, the artist embraced this challenge. They decided to dive deep into their process, pushing past the constraints, and discovered new depths of creativity. In the end, they produced a masterpiece that exceeded all expectations. This story isn't just about art. It's about how we can transform our own limitations into opportunities for growth and innovation. Let me share a personal anecdote with you. A few years ago, I was offered a job that would take me away from my thriving startup. The position was perfect, but it meant leaving behind everything I knew and starting fresh in a completely different industry. At first, I felt stuck, unsure of how to proceed. But then I realized this wasn't a limitation. It was a chance to learn, grow, and explore new horizons. So I said yes. It was a scary move, but I didn't let fear hold me back. Instead, I embraced the uncertainty, took on new challenges, and eventually, I found myself in a role that aligned perfectly with my skills and interests. Today, I'm not just surviving, but thriving. The transition turned out to be a pathway to endless possibilities. The truth is, everyone faces limitations in their lives. Whether it's physical, financial, emotional, or professional, these obstacles can feel like insurmountable barriers. But here's the thing, they're not. They're just part of our human experience, and by embracing them, we open ourselves up to infinite possibilities. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. What are some limitations you faced? How did you overcome them? Did you discover something new along the way? For instance, maybe you had to give up a hobby due to time constraints. But what if you used that time to develop a new skill? Or perhaps you were forced to travel during a pandemic. How did that experience shape you? Limitations can be incredibly empowering when we choose to view them as opportunities for growth. Let's take the example of the renowned chef, Julia Child, who faced a significant limitation when she decided to pursue her passion for cooking despite being nearly blind. She didn't let her vision impairment stop her. Instead, she relied on her senses and developed innovative techniques to achieve her goals. Her journey transformed into a path of self-discovery and inspired countless others. By embracing her limitations, she created a legacy that continues to inspire chefs around the world. So how do we embrace our limitations? First, acknowledge them. Recognize that every limitation has the power to teach us something valuable. Second, ask yourself what you can learn from it. Is there a skill you need to develop? Are there new perspectives you can gain? Third, don't be afraid to pivot. Sometimes, limitations can lead us down unexpected paths that turn out to be more fulfilling than our original plans. Lastly, celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Every step forward, no matter how minor, is a victory worth acknowledging. Here's a real-life example to illustrate this concept. Imagine a young entrepreneur who dreamed of starting a tech company but lacked the necessary funding. This was a significant limitation, but instead of giving up, he started his own side hustle. He used his savings and borrowed money to build a prototype, which he sold online. This small success led him to secure a loan, allowing him to expand his venture. Eventually, his tech company became a massive success, changing the landscape of the industry. His limitation became a gateway to his future. Remember, every limitation is unique, and its potential for transformation depends on our mindset and actions. By embracing our limitations, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember that it's not just a barrier, it's a pathway to growth. Let's not shy away from our limitations, but instead, let them guide us towards our dreams. Here's something you should know. Every time you push past a limitation, you unlock a new chapter in your life, one filled with endless possibilities. In closing, let me leave you with a powerful quote by Steve Jobs. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Embrace your limitations and you'll discover that love. Love your work and you'll find that love transforms limitations into opportunities. So go ahead, embrace your limitations, and watch as they lead you to your greatest achievements. Remember, you're capable of so much more than you think.